In today's episode, the Ford Puma. Hello and welcome to Quarterlight, your car brochure channel. The car brochure channel looks at car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. We're currently looking at this 1998 Ford all-range brochure. We're up to Puma. So if that sort of subject might interest you, please do consider subscribing. But let's throw the brochure on the board and have a look at it in a bit more detail. So this is the brochure series we're looking at. I love the front cover because it shows all the models we actually look at. This is 1998 edition 1 apparently. So the Puma, which is featured up here, was quite a popular little car actually. I always quite like the styling. Interestingly, I think most of them were in silver, weren't they, around this era? Silver became more and more popular as you got closer to the millennium, as car colours come in and out of fashion. But yeah, a little bit of a stylised image here, so let's move to the page proper. So here it is. This, of course, the Ford Puma when it was a three-door coupe, not some kind of like crossover SUV thing. But yeah, the most interesting one, I think, the little Puma, produced by Ford of Europe from September 97 to July 2002, based on the Mark IV Ford Fiesta, of course. It was built at the Cologne factory in Germany, and of course, as you can see by the design cues, it's following the design of other Fords at this time with that new edge sort of design. A little bit of a weird images actually for this one. I wish it was a nice image. We got this sort of like picture at speed, which is, don't adjust your set. It is a dark, gloomy images, and then we get this sort of like images of the vehicle from certain different angles. We've of course got the text and the standard features, some more dark, gloomy images which are very similar to these, and the dash image or inside images, and also there is a couple of choices, but the choices really are engine choices more than spec choices at this time. But let's start up at the top there with the text. So what do we get with this one? Dynamic performance, exciting looks and features to fall in love with. Puma looks, sounds and feels like a sports coupe should. Choose between the proven 1.7 litre Z-Tech engine or the new 1.4 litre for an exhilarating driving experience. So apart of course from, I'm sure there were optional extras you can get, the main difference was that choice of engine. And it tells you the standard features. So we get high performance 1.7 litre 16 valve with variable cam timing, or a 1.4 16 valve Z-Tech SE engine. As standard, we get a driver's airbag, power assisted steering, perimeter alarm with safeguard engine immobiliser, remote control central double locking, tinted glass, sports front seats with driver's electric height adjustment, and alloy wheels, which is nice to come as standard. We also get electronically controlled anti-lock brakes with low speed traction control for the 1.7 litre model, in addition to a large bezel audio system with removable control panel, security key coded, compatible with CD auto changer. And then the optional features, which it looks like you can put on to either engine choice, so we can have as an optional extra, as in you pay a bit more money, CFC free air conditioning, and the luxury pack, which includes electric door mirrors, quick clear heated windscreen and stereo radio CD, model 6000 RDS EON. I think it's a little bit mean not to throw in electric door mirrors, but anyway, the models say, or I should say the model choice, like I say, just two choices, a 1.4 or a 1.7. And the images, I guess, because from the outside they look the same, it's not telling us if it's a 1.4 or a 1.7. It's just telling us it's showing a Puma with optional features. Top right, we've got a few little tiny little images, not really worth talking too much about, of various different angles, but there are better images in a moment. So starting with the interior, nothing out of the ordinary, but kind of like matching that same Ford design philosophy at the time, to have lots of curves, so I didn't mind it too much. Probably a little bit dark actually for my taste, so they have tried their best to add a little bit of silver plastic to liven it up a little bit by the looks of it. These larger coloured images, although of course it is a silver car, so it isn't drastically popping out, but I did overall like the design of the Puma actually. And it's nice they've decided to include a few different angles, although it's a vehicle in motion, so it's never quite a perfectly crisp image. And another angle again before it shows the main image. This sort of dark, moody image of the Puma. So there we go then, the Ford Puma. Only ever sold in Europe, production ended in 2001, although the sale of stock vehicles apparently continued into 2002. And then Ford didn't really replace it by another small coupe, did they? But they did reintroduce the name as a crossover model in 2019, which is a shame really, because that was actually quite a good little car and won quite a lot of awards. 97 it was named Top Gear Car of the Year. 1999 it got the Design Council Millennium Products Award for the first Ford in Britain designed solely on computer and in record time. Interesting. 2001 What Car Used Sports Car of the Year? Ford Puma 1.7, and I guess the 1.7 was the one to get. 2004 What Car Best Used Sporting Car of the Year? Under £10,000 for that 1.7 again. And as time moved on, it was still winning awards actually. 2011 it won What Car Best Gem for under £1,000 for the Ford Puma. Interesting to see, obviously, as it got older, it still was winning awards in lower and lower categories. But yeah, an interesting car, and sadly they didn't, develop it further. But let me know what you think. So there we go then, the Ford Puma. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, how you thought about them. Did you own one? How did you get on? Always love hearing that type of comments. And we've actually done, this was only a very quick clip it of the Ford Puma, very quick look at it. We have gone into the Ford Puma in a bit more detail. I'll try and remember to include that video at the end, and I'll also include the video for this series in case you missed one of these 1998 Fords so far. So that takes us up to what is next week for Ford. Well, the Ford Explorer, which I always thought was a very peculiar vehicle to try and sell in the UK, but more on that next week. We'll end, as we always do, by saying, if you've not done it already, please do consider subscribing. It is all completely free. You'll never be charged to become a subscriber, and if you do want to support the channel further, you can actually become a member, where we take your advice and comments a little bit more serious in the direction to take the program. Anyway, more on that some other time, I guess, but let's conclude this one. Thank you for watching this Ford Puma episode. Down the bottom here we'll include a box that'll have the episodes that you may have missed in this series, and at the top there I'll try and remember to put more the other Ford Puma video that we made. But thank you so much for watching today. Please do take care. All the best. We'll see you again very soon. Take care and goodbye.